Yeah, baby, here we go. It's Friday. KVJ show, what's up? Hello, weekend.
Hello.
Yeah, baby.
Look out, weekend, cause here we come.
Yep. Because weekends were
made for fun.
Yeah. We are back with cocktails and karaoke next Friday, taking tonight off. Gotta go be human, do something else.
Be human.
Yeah. Do something that doesn't involve speaking into a microphone.
I'm pretty excited about that, actually.
No microphones, no shots.
Yeah.
Just peace and tranquility
Well,
this
you
weekend.
do a couple shots. It's going to be nice not to have to go to an event and get drunk and then find an Uber and then eat a bunch of pizza and then reboot that whole cycle.
Let me see here. Got an email from Gilbert. Said, yesterday I was standing behind Virginia at the gas station listening to the podcast. I was listening to her tell the story about pooping herself while running, and then, oddly enough, I see Virginia speed walking out to her car. I didn't know if she had to poop then or not. I couldn't help but thinking maybe she already had. I don't know. Were you speed walking to your car from the gas station yesterday when Gilbert was behind you?
Was this guy at racetrack?
I don't know. He just said the gas station.
I felt some warm eyes on my neck. You ever know, like, you just feel like somebody's like
Somebody's
eyeballing
watching
you.
me. Yeah.
I did not have to poop yesterday, sir, but I will tell you, I was just talking to Jay Bird about this. I try to get in and get out of that gas station as fast as I can because it seems like something squirrely is always about to go down.
4 out of 5 times that I'm there, I'm approached by somebody, and it's a weird thing that they're approaching me about, or there's drama within the racetrack.
Somebody's having drama with somebody else, and it could spill over.
Someone's been cheated, and they want, you know.
They're yelling at the gas station people. There's always such high levels of anxiety when I go in there. I sprint the hell out. I do.
Yeah, I have, kind of gotten to the point where it's like, I try to steer clear. There are some gas stations that I know that I've had bad experiences at, and some I know are okay.
But they have such cheap gas. It's so affordable.
But Virginia, you pay one way or the other.
I mean, you're completely right. There's nothing in this world that's free.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
You're right. It's literally 20 cents less per gallon.
But you have 20
than if I go into Cuesta.
But it robs you of 20% of your happiness when you go. There's a cost there.
There's a price.
I got to run out. People are thinking I got to make a dump.
In life, you pay one way or the other, Virginia. In
The yin
life,
and the
you
yang.
pay.
Apparently, you're right, Kev.
One way or the other, you pay. Got this email about Jane. You remember we heard about Jane the other day where she had a biological son that had been told his father was actually a war hero. Meanwhile, she got knocked up by her dad's friend, and they shipped her away to Pennsylvania and family for 3 years. And voila, she comes back with the son, and sadly enough, the father is a Texas war hero that died in Iraq.
And then, like, the real dad wants to tell the kid, right?
Yeah.
That how it went?
Mm-hmm. I think that's what's up. So I have to check back in with Jane maybe early next week. I'll try to find out what happened if she wound up telling her son the truth and how he took it. This email, though, says, I was in your son's exact situation, Jane. My mother was a nun when she got pregnant, and she told me my father had died.
What?
You have to tell him the truth. He will investigate on his own and figure it out eventually. And if he does before you tell him, it will be very bad. I was very close to my mom before I found out at 16 that she had lied to me about my father's identity. In reality, he was living in the same city the entire time.
What?
Her deception affected our relationship negatively for the rest of her life. It never really recovered.
You're not protecting anybody.
Yeah. When you're a kid, you're like, you've taken years away from the relationship that I could have had with my father, selfishly. And to tell him the truth as soon as you can is the suggestion that we got from this email.
And sometimes ripping off the Band-Aid right away, I know as painful as it may be, sometimes it's the best thing so you can just kind of get used to it. Because if the kid would have known, I think the drama with the mom would not been as great.
Yeah, probably looking at the environment and where they're in, there was a lot of shame, and they're like, oh, crap. Like, there was probably drama that was happening between the dad and his friend, and that was an issue, I'm sure. They were like, if family finds out that you're the one that knocked her up, oh my gosh, there's going to be hell to pay. in a moment of panic, they're like, you're going up to Pennsylvania until like all the tension clears, and here's what we're going to say, and this and that. It probably seemed brilliant at the time, and you know what? I'm sure it made all their problems go away.
Temporarily.
Yeah. For whatever it is, 15 years.
When the truth catches up with you, which it always does.
Not always.
It will be so much worse for you, and the kid will be so mad at that parent that kept the secret.
Yeah.
Do you want that? Do you want your kid to be mad at you and not understand why you did this hurtful thing to them? Because they're not going to have the same feelings that you had about it. Like you're doing them a favor. You're making this less stressful for them. They're going to be mad at you. Is that what you want?
Side note, too, I mean, it's really kind of got nothing to do with this, but it kind of does. Her name's Jane. Bare Naked Ladies have an amazing song called Jane. I highly recommend you trying it out. Anybody out there. It's a great song.
You're right. It doesn't
Sing a
really have a
little
lot
bit.
to do with it.
Underrated. Well, her name's Jane. It made me think of that. And maybe she'll get strength from the song. Who fucking knows?
Side note, you going to open up those M&Ms or what?
I wanted to see if Kevin wanted to have some.
Oh, yeah, I
Do you
do
want
wanna
to try
try
one?
one.
I was going to
Yeah.
bring Reese's Peanut Butter or the Reese's Pieces. They don't have them at the gas station.
I can tell you I'm in a weird spot. Has this ever happened to you? I had falafel balls, which I didn't know falafels had balls. And my mouth is fucked.
Why?
I don't know what was in that thing.
You have an ingredient that's sticking around.
I don't know if it was onion, garlic, or something of that nature.
It was probably both.
Probably.
Onion
but
and
like
garlic.
my whole palate feels like it's just dropped a bomb on it. Like I'm afraid I'm not going to get the real this isn't the moment where I can do a legit taste test.
Well,
I want to try one, but it's like you ever get to the point where you feel like you can't taste?
Yeah.
Like it just dropped a nuke on my tongue, and I'm like,
I want to apologize to you because I thought you said you were comparing those to Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Never.
I apologize. Those right there are years beyond Reese's Pieces.
Oh, so you take back when you called me on the radio. Oh, that's nice of you.
these are years beyond Reese's Pieces.
Those are so much better, but I was confused. I don't like Reese's Pieces.
I don't either.
I think they taste very fake.
Compared to peanut butter M&Ms, the Reese's Pieces are a joke.
They're a shit show.
Now, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, the Reese's Egg,
Ooh,
the
some bitch.
Reese's Pumpkin. I love those Reese's.
Okay, I apologize. I agree with you on everything you just said.
Apology accepted. Don't fucking do it again.
Okay. Those are really good. Those are the first time I've had those.
Aren't those fun?
Those are great.
Those good. My mouth's still fucked though.
Oh, those are so good. Good. My mouth
It
is
is, but-
not fucked.
Why don't you come off a couple over here for
I think they
Mama?
would
Break you off a piece or
I
two.
get it, but it's fighting through
Oh, you gave me all the brown ones. I love brown.
I know you do, Mama.
Brown Town, baby.
Oh my god.
They're so good.
That
they
is
are.
really good.
They're fat, Kevin.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
It's without the nut. It's just it's pure peanut butter.
they're real good. I had that
good.
when we were in Miami. I don't know what it was, but I'd had that thing where I started getting those candy binges like on Friday nights.
Stress.
Probably, yeah. Probably just I was,
Pain, rejection.
Oh yeah,
Everything
Fat
was
Kev
going
was coming
on.
out trying to tell you everything's gonna be okay.
Weird thing, I got real skinny in Miami. I look back at Miami photos. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I got.
I know. I stayed at your apartment one time when you weren't there, and all that was in the cabinets was vodka.
We just
Yeah.
re-released the Kevin's BDI parody on Instagram, and that's when we first got to RMF, like the first month.
Yeah.
Dude, you were way skinny.
Yeah, I was.
You
yeah.
looked gaunt.
I did. Yeah.
Well, you didn't have your testosterone endorsement because we were on a forced vacation.
Yeah, I think I wasn't doing that. I wasn't working out that much because I was working so much on the show and everything, and
Trying to get a job.
yeah,
That was your job.
When we did get
Yeah.
fired, we had a good 3 months off.
yeah. So
I
yeah.
don't think it was good.
First
that's
month
a
was
lot.
kind of cool, but then you're like, oh shit, we gotta go back to work.
I was not in a good headspace.
No, you were fucked. You were screwed.
Yeah, so I had those can I did that for a while. Even after we were back here, I was kind of like on Fridays just going through, and like Friday night I had a little little candy party. Kind of enjoyed it. I kind of got away from it. Had to, but
Should do it though.
I loved it. Yeah, I had a good ride with it.
Once a month, do it 12 times a year, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll get all the candy you need.
But M&M's was kind of my thing, and we had because my wife had one of those M&M like dispenser things.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Well, but the thing is you're supposed to like get in, a couple would fall out. I took the lid off and just I was like,
Renegade style.
well, no, get 4?
Yeah, I know.
You know.
4? What am I, 2?
Exactly.
I would get one of those like big plastic tumbler cups and just fill the whole damn thing up. Just eat the whole thing, man. It's great.
These would get me very fat.
Peanut butter
For real,
M&Ms,
yeah.
probably the best M&M product ever.
That was good.
That's
They were good.
That's good.
It's solid.
I got this email from Roberta. Let me see. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll hold off. I'm not sure.
Tabor,
she
you're
wants to-
dropping them everywhere. You dropped a brown one.
Okay, all right.
I think she's got her number on there. I think she wants us to call her, to have her on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
She got drama?
Give you a call, Roberta. Yeah, a little bit. A wedding drama. Go figure.
Okay, well, let's talk to her.
What a shock.
All right, I'll call you up here, Roberta. Ashley sent this email. This was about a call we'd had this last week. The girl that was doing CrossFit with that other girl, and she started sending her nude photos, and she's like, all right, what's going on? Like, it's just kind of weird. We found out apparently some younger girls, it's kind of like a younger chick thing. Like, they do actually send some nudes, and it's not.
But
Well,
it's
if
different,
you
though.
talk about it and you both like sign off on it and you know it's happening, great. But in this scenario, the one girl got them unsolicited, didn't know they were coming, and didn't understand why.
Yeah, I'm not shocked that girls send each other pictures. I was never shocked. I think it's not just a young girl. If everyone knows, I think girls do send that. But this is the one where she's unsolicited sending nude pics.
Yeah, and the girl who was sending the nude pic, she did have a boyfriend. She's like, okay, I don't think it's not like a gay thing. Is it a swinger thing? Is it she legitimately, because she would put it under the guise of, check out my glutes, check out my body, check out what the hard work is that you're pushing me to do at the CrossFit.
And you can have a boyfriend and still want to play with the ladies, Kev.
Sure,
A lot
absolutely.
of girls do.
Yeah. She said, I heard the segment Ashley sent something to our Facebook page. She said, I trained this one girl, and she's going to be getting on stage soon for a physique competition. I regularly ask her to send me progress pictures, but this one time she literally sent me a full-on nude, kind of exact same scenario. I remained professional and just commented on her striations and the development of her glutes, but inside I was like, why would you send me that? I later found out that she wanted to have a threesome with me and my husband, which made sense because a year ago she was at my house drinking with us on New Year's, and she asked if we were swingers. I said no, but she didn't say anything else. I'm still friends with her and I still coach her. She's not a bad person. She's just a freak. But yeah, when people send pics like that, they aren't just trying to show you their bodies. They definitely want something more. Oh, and she has a boyfriend, so it's not always that they're a lesbian. Looking back, there's so many instances that I didn't quite pick up on at the time.
Yeah, no one here is saying swingers are bad people. It's just a world we don't understand.
And there's a lot of people that maybe aren't even swingers, but they're just curious. And they find somebody and they're like, oh, I'd like to try that out. And I'd like to try it with them. Maybe they've never even done it before.
It depends, too, on who you're dating. Now, if you're both into it, that's a different scenario. Mm-hmm. I didn't mean to cut you off either.
It's fine.
Was it about to get hot?
It was, but that's okay.
Eat some M&Ms. Here you go, Mom.
No, I'm good. Oh, you gave me a blue one. Boo.
Talking about instant plumbers this week, we were talking about the embarrassing moments that we all have probably shared, and like the time that you're at somebody's house and you take a dump in the toilet and realize the toilet's broken. Nate said kind of the same situation is what you're talking about. There's 6 of us. We were just drinking, chilling, whatever, and then I got hit with a wave of nasty poop cramps, and I knew it. It was coming out, like it or not. So I went running into her bathroom, and I thought, if I do like a little poo ninja and drop it quick, I can get out and they'll just think I was peeing. I do that all the time.
Drop and flush.
Yeah.
Go
absolutely.
fast.
Yeah.
Go fast and don't raise suspicion.
Oh, I go as fast as humanly possible. Like, I would race somebody in a dump off.
I feel like you poop like a rabbit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I think it's like coming out as I'm trying to sit, and then as soon as it hits, poof, gone, and then out as soon as I can.
You should make a video.
He is He's very quick.
Yeah.
The only time you weren't quick was in L.A. After that bender we all went on for boot camp. We were both in the bathroom, and you were in there for a little bit longer than normal. And you even said, "You're like, oh, I'm not usually not in here this long."
I probably passed out on the toilet. That's probably what happened. I was pulling a Jim Morrison.
He remembers every moment of your bathroom visit.
I know.
And you have no recollection of it
recollection of it all.
whatsoever.
I think that's what happened. I can't remember.
I didn't mean to give so many details.
I didn't mean to care so much.
Yeah, so anyway, Nate went in there, went to the bathroom, flushed the toilet. It was all good. Wound up with this girl, and they wound up getting married and all that kind of stuff. And they were just like talking afterwards and reminiscing. She's like, you remember that first time you came over to my house and everybody's drinking? And she's like going, that was so gross. And I forgot to tell you because you went into the bathroom, and whenever it rains, the toilet won't flush. Well, he got up so fast, he didn't realize none of his shit flushed. And it was just all swimming right at the top, all of it. And so she walks in, and she was in there trying later to like get it down. And it's like, oh.
When it rains, the toilet won't flush.
Won't flush, apparently.
That's
yeah.
a
So
mess.
she had to go in there and spend like 20 minutes trying to knock his dookie down. She knew exactly who did it.
You got to learn from that story right there. Every toilet is different.
Yeah, they
Do
are.
not leave
Yeah.
until you see it go down.
No, you're right.
And if it
Absolutely.
doesn't go down, you have to immediately figure out your plan to go fishing for the brown shark.
But you get in that panic mode once you go past like 8 minutes. You're like, oh my gosh, 8 minutes. You're stuck in there just tearing it up. You got to get out of there.
Yeah, no, we have a real temperamental toilet in my bathroom. That's why the queen's always like, rolling over on me. I go, he didn't flush. Now, I always flush, and it's like now I've learned like I have to sit there and freaking wait. And I'm always in a rush. I'm always like, I got somewhere I got to go. Now I'm like flush, and you got to like watch. And sure enough, it'll go down due to the septic. It's all down. And they're going, cool. And I would always turn away and go, poof, and it shoots it right back out.
Ghost poopy.
You're like, what?
Yes.
Is there something down there like just kicking my turd back out? Because you're like,
reappears.
how did that happen? Yeah, and the toilet does it. It's just like it looks all clear, and you're waiting for it, and also goes, doop, and it just comes right back out.
All it takes is one moment, one floater from you, and then you're branded the floater guy. It
Oh,
just
yeah, the
takes
queen will
one.
bring it up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Forever, for 20 years now, she'll tell everybody, like, oh, yeah, he doesn't fly. Like,
I mean,
one time.
Cannon sounded like a paid actor when he was in. He's like, Dad, definitely.
Because, yeah, she does. She brainwashes him. Yeah. She does, totally. Now, I see her working him over. Be like, yeah, Dad doesn't flush the toilet, right? And, Dad doesn't flush
He
the
loves
toilet.
it.
He
He
loves
does.
it. Oh, that's what they do, yeah.
It's a sport.
It is a
In your
sport.
family, picking on Kevin is a sport.
Oh, it is, yeah. They all do. They all love it. It's what they do for their fun and enjoyment.
Well, in my family, half of us love you, half of us hate you. So at least half of us.
I got half. That's all right, man. Hey, sometimes that's better than nothing. Ashley said, my ex and I actually did it in a crazy place. You're talking about, I think it was like 68% of people said they've had sex outdoors or in what they would call a risky place. She said, we did it in a huge tree.
Okay, just don't fall.
Yeah. Like one of them big old banyans. It'd be kind of cool. And got this one from Anthony. He said, my wife and I got on at the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago in the prehistoric exhibit.
Okay.
She got the dinosaur bone.
Have you guys ever done anything in a movie theater?
No, I don't know.
Come on, Logan, mullet.
Yeah, I was
Did you
too
at least get a little
young.
jerk?
No, I mean, I was out of Logan at 17, so yeah, gone early. I didn't do a lot of craziness before then. At least sexually.
I knew people. I mean, I didn't get involved in this, but in high school, they went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And like a bunch of us sat in the front, but there was like, a couple of these trashy skanks that sat in the back, and they were just blowing guys in the back row.
Random dudes?
Random. I mean, it seemed random. I mean, I don't know if they had a plan, but there was 2 girls, and I believe there was a constant stream of customers.
Wow.
Gosh, it was like a side biz, huh?
Or is that one of those rumor stories that you hear that?
No, I looked back and I could see.
Okay, I'm not saying they weren't blowing dudes, but was there really just a line of guys? Oh, all right, my turn. Was that really happening?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
When I looked back, I was like, wow, okay, it is going down.
Oh, yeah.
Got some information about the Florida Derby. John had said, yeah, Gulfstream Park is always free to get in, but the Florida Derby itself is a madhouse. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of the word on the Florida Derby. Yeah, there's part of me that kind of wants to go, just kind of like check it out, see what's up, but, I don't know.
I would recommend you doing it with a pro. I mean, just don't.
I kind of
don't just
want
go
that.
down there and
Yeah.
just Kevin try to figure it out as you
Yeah,
go. Because if
I
it's going to be
know.
crowded, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
You're going to have a bad experience. Then you're going
Yeah.
to walk away like, oh, that wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Go with somebody who does this a lot.
Yeah.
Let them show you.
Yeah, if anybody has any like suggestions on how to do it to avoid the chaos, Yeah, because my wife, I mean, who does? Like, oh, I love a crowd. I love just going in there and standing along,
A crowd is fine, but you just have to know what's coming up, and you have to know like where to go and where not to go, and how to not get fleeced for a bunch of money, but still have a good time.
Yeah, the worst is when you always feel like you're in someone's way, then you're standing in a long line to get a beer, and then by the time, it's that kind of stuff's a nightmare.
Right.
Yeah. They say the first race post time for the Florida Derby, if you're going to be going to Gulfstream tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. So that's when they start, and I think they race all day long. They say that the Florida Derby has produced the winners of 59 Triple Crown events.
Whoa.
Yeah. So apparently the best of the best. Like I said, I think it's pretty much all these horses then go to Kentucky for the Derby.
Wow.
After this go to
So you'll have a sneak peek.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's big is that people who really are into the horse betting will come and check them out and watch them and be like, okay.
That's who you got to find. You got to get somebody to take you that knows the betting ropes.
Right.
That's what you need.
Heather from the Pizzle sent an email, said, hey, just wondering if any of you guys are going to come check out the Hopcat this Saturday when it opens. I'm super excited for this place. I live about 10 minutes away. Hopcat.
Is that the one right there in Tradition?
Yeah, I think it's in that area.
When we were up there for the Taste of Little Italy, they were building it. And it's literally right there in Tradition Square on the perimeter of it. If it's the place I'm thinking of, everybody was all excited.
It's cool. You guys, and I'm sure it's probably like the one in Ann Arbor that we go to every time we were up there to see my kid when he's up at Michigan. And when we're up there to see him, we go to the Hopcat. It's cool. Yeah, they've got a very nice menu of beers. I would say probably 80 to 100 beers.
Okay.
On the list. It's no
Big
joke.
girl plans right there. That's
it's
a
one
fun
of those
list.
big ass menus you've seen that they have. It's a lot like Yard House. Kind of like how I'd put it.
I grew up in New Orleans going to a place called Cooter Brown's. This is like 30 years ago, way before.
Yeah, that sounds familiar to me.
I probably took you there. It's in
Probably.
Riverbend where the streetcar turns off of St. Charles into Carrollton.
Yeah.
But anyway, they literally had a menu that looked like the Cheesecake Factory's menu of beers.
Wow.
Every nation, every flavor, everything
cool.
represented. They had more bottles than you could ever imagine. And then they had a lot of stuff on tap too. But like, when you see all of that and you see a big selection, it just gets me all excited.
Yeah.
The options, the opportunity.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, that is cool. That's fun.
Cooter Brown's. If you ever are in New Orleans, go check it. Cooter Brown's.
Yeah.
An originator of that concept.
Yep.
Cooter Brown.
I will not be probably in the Pizzle this weekend. It's tough to get there. And I'm sure the Queen will be going, we got Hopcat when we go to Ann Arbor. So if I'm up in Port St. Lucie, that's where I'll stop. But
exactly.
Yeah, probably not going to be. For me, it's close to an hour. It's 45 minutes.
It's 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
Well, that's like 35 from me.
Well, we didn't ask your ass to move down there.
Up there.
It's up.
Is it up there?
Yeah.
What do you got over there? Crabs?
I got bit by something when I went to the gas station.
Uh-oh. Didn't you have a run-in with a squirrely guy?
Yeah, but it's all good. He was nice.
Yeah, probably the thing that I might be doing this weekend is my plan B. Remember they got that new brewery in Boca?
Yes.
There's also one in Royal Palm, and then Barrel of Monks. A cool little place. They're having a beer fest. Their 3rd anniversary is on Saturday.
They are super nice people.
They're great people, yeah.
I met them at a beer event in Lake Park at that brew house gallery.
You did? Okay, yeah.
Super nice people.
Yeah, they really are. They've got good stuff. If you love the Belgium style, you'll like that. But the other thing that they've got as well is they are going to be having a lot of guest taps. So they'll have Due South and pretty much all the other breweries will have their stuff there as well. $45 for all you can drink kind of thing. So
nice.
Yeah, so Jared told me about it, and hopefully go out there to check that out. Probably the new brewery in Boca as well I'm going to do. Stephanie sent an email, said, hey, I just got hired over at Matthews Brewery, and you're talking about different bathroom places and the signs that they've got. They do male and female, what's Frankenstein and his bride. So that's what they've got for their bathroom doors. You want to shout
cute.
that out. Yeah. So
Is
anyway,
that Stephanie that was on Hook Up or Hang Up?
it might be. I'm not sure. It's
The last name Kramer?
No, it's a different Stephanie, but she is in the 954. So.
Okay.
So it's in Lake Worth if you want to check that out. And they've got live music all weekend. Going to be
Nice.
going on. They sent me the list that they've got there. Also, got an email here from Christina. She said, hey, listen to yesterday's podcast, and Kev, your Spanish app might say that you're over 40% fluent in Spanish, but you are 1,000,000% fluent in horrible listeners' phone reception. Most of the time, I feel like I'm listening from the inner bellies of the people, or they have eaten the phone. Somehow you understand exactly what they're saying.
Some of the phone calls we get are tough, but I feel like the most of the time we can understand.
Yeah, every now and then. She's probably talking about the one in particular, maybe that was tough. So, anyway.
Anywhere you want it, that's the way you need it. Anywhere you want it.
If we can't play the music, we'll sing it.
That was very good. Thank you guys for playing along on that. You could have easily let me hang out there.
Here for you.
We don't want to see you hang.
Thank you.
A couple things I saw, sidebar stuff that was kind of interesting. One is following a little bit about what's going on, even though we don't.
You want to turn your speaker off?
Do something else over there?
What are you doing, a sideshow? What are you, Kevin?
Tired of it? Yeah, you tired of this?
I'm not. Bring it on. I'm so sorry.
Even though we don't talk a ton about it, 'cause it's a little bit more of the hard news, and you got definitely plenty of places to check out with it. But I still always see all the stories, what's going on, the aftermath of the Parkland, all that kind of stuff. But, they'd had the brother of the shooter had gone and they'd arrested him for trespassing, on school grounds and all that kind of stuff.
They told him not to come back, and he came back anyway.
Yeah, did you see? He's banned from Broward County.
Well,
I'm like, can they do that?
Maybe they have a reason, Kevin. I mean,
no, I'm not saying reason or not. I'm just like, I didn't know you could ban someone from a county.
They do that with artists sometimes. They'll ban them from a city. If you look up musicians that have been, I think Ozzy's been banned from a couple places.
Yeah.
There's some artists that are banned from countries.
Yeah, they say the judge ordered him to not return to Broward County unless it's for court.
You can totally do that.
That's the only way he's allowed going into Broward County.
They must know something that we don't.
Oh, I'm sure.
That makes them afraid of this guy. And where is he living if he's not in Broward?
We don't know the reasons why they're doing this, but it's for reasons we're probably not going to know for a minute. But it doesn't.
Point is not that. When I saw that, I'm like going, you can ban somebody from a county?
Yeah, you can.
Wow.
You ban people. You can ban motherfuckers from a bar.
I know, a bar. I mean, a bar makes sense. Private property, something like that makes sense. But yeah,
You've never heard of artists being banned from cities before?
Who?
I just named Ozzy Osbourne was one of them, I believe.
But I thought was it the entire city he was banned from?
I just know that it's happened before to artists.
Interesting. So I guess you can do that. Ban somebody from a. Can you ban somebody from a state?
Yes, I think you can. I think you totally can.
Wow. Okay.
I'll put it into the researcher engine.
Yeah.
Google.
Is that what we just heard?
Can you be banned from a state? Go ahead, as you guys were.
Just do it on mute. The other thing I thought was kind of interesting, I'll make it quick because it's Star Wars, but Mark Hamill, lippy old Luke, is saying, I think maybe Disney's churning out too many Star Wars movies.
Who is?
Luke, Mark Hamill. He's like, I think Disney's starting to make too many Star Wars movies.
He's right. Listen to the fucker that was there from the beginning.
He's like,
he knows something.
It's not really special anymore.
It's not. He's completely right.
We did 3, and you could follow him, and he's like,
completely right, and he's actually really Luke.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, but he's right.
He thinks he's Luke.
He knows what the fans want. I'm sorry, he does. He knows what at least the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll get an email. I'm a fucking fan, and I loved it.
Yeah, no.
Go fuck yourself, Chamber.
But look, the numbers don't lie. Over half of the audience, not the critics, the audience did not like that movie.
Yeah, it's kind of I think he's watering down the magic, as I sense what it is. And there is something about timing and having people look forward to something. Some people have mastered that when it comes to marketing, making people wait and they want it. And so when it comes out, you go, and then you get a little bit of it, and then you take it away right at the point where they would almost get sick of it. Be like, I want more. No, you'll have to wait. Oh, I can't.
I know it sounds dramatic, but I'm not kidding you, because I've talked to other people, and the people that share my opinion let me know that movie pissed people off. I mean, it was a different type of, that movie sucked. It actually ripped the heart out of some people. Like, fuck this franchise. Fuck these people.
Yeah. Mhm.
People were mad.
Yeah.
People still are, Virginia.
Yeah, I feel you. I think it killed my final enthusiasm for it.
I don't. It's the first time in my life I'm not excited. I'm not even excited to see Han Solo.
No, I'm not either.
I don't even know if I'm going to see it.
It feels like another movie to me now.
They don't look like Star Wars movies to me. All right, we'll talk about it.
I'm not going to see it either in solidarity.
Thank you, Virginia.
We need to do another Star Wars podcast, Kev. That was fun.
The other thing you're probably going to start seeing, though, is a lot of Midwestern-rooted comedies. You know why?
Roseanne.
Yeah, they say they might bring Tim Allen's Last Man Standing back.
Oh, he's so pumped.
Yeah, and he tried to make it say, when he was canceled in the first place, and I don't know. I don't want to, delve into the politics of it, but he had said that it was because it was too right-leaning and all this and that, and so they're saying there's a real market for the real Midwestern part of the country, and so
he was saying it was too right-leaning?
Yeah, when he was canceled.
Oh,
No, he was saying he was canceled because it was too right-leaning, is what he was saying. He wasn't saying, I don't like being on the show because it's too conservative. No, he was saying that this is why we got silenced, is the backlash that happens in entertainment against anything conservative.
I was never a fan of the Roseanne show. I watched it a couple of times. It just wasn't my flavor. But Roseanne has been on a press junket, and she's been everywhere. She was on Stern. She was with Andy Cohen. She's doing all these interviews, and she is fascinating. Her life story.
Sure, yeah.
She's big into
her
weed,
whole
too.
thing. Yeah, she's really opened up in all of these interviews that I listened to. She did a fascinating interview with Stern.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, he does. I mean, nobody does a better interview than that guy anyway. But
she's quite
but he knows how to pick
an
'em.
interesting character. She really has a life, man.
She's loaded, too, without this thing. She made so much money on that first Roseanne that it's insane.
She talks about all the money, too, and how much the agents took and how much she didn't make because she didn't understand how to do the deal and who took advantage of.
Yeah.
She didn't talk to her parents for like 20 years, and then she just showed up on their doorstep, and she talks all about that, and it was really fascinating.
What do you think she's worth, Kevin, if you had to guess, Roseanne?
Roseanne, I would say that she'd probably made $85 million off of the show, lost half of that. I think that she is $45 million now.
$80 million she's worth.
Really? Wow. No wonder she really didn't do much for all that time. She didn't need to. She's like, I'm good.
She'd do a lot of roundtable stuff. I've seen her do comedy specials like that kind of stuff.
But I mean, there wasn't like a consistent, a lot of movies or TV shows or anything like that.
They did a roast of her, too. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
Yeah. Tom Arnold was there.
Yes.
She talks about that in the interview with Stern because I guess they had reached out to Tom Arnold and they said, hey, will you watch Roseanne, the new rebooted one, and review it? It's just funny just to hear her say her side of stuff. She is a totally different person, and she talks about how, she's changed in these 30 years.
Sure, of course.
Her journey. It's very fascinating.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to go check that out.
You should.
Okay. All right, well, that is it for us. Hope you all had a good or have a good weekend, and we'll be back here on Monday with you. Take care.
Happy Easter.
Yeah.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.